Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to this week's edition of Vendasta's live webinar coming to you from Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, Canada. I got a few of your chats earlier. We have partners on from Calgary, Alberta, which is very close by, so our neighbors, London, England, London, Ontario, just really everywhere. So we're so excited to have you with us today. My name is Amy, and we're going to be talking about Vendasta's website offerings. With me, and this is what I'm super excited about, I have Megan Wingate. Megan, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, no problem.
Megan is going to be modest here, but she is somewhat of a website expert. Before she joined us at Vendasta about a year ago, she worked for a web agency, so she has a ton of experience in this field, right, Megan?
Yeah, I do. We offered all sorts of websites.
Awesome. So as usual, these webinars are live. If you have any questions while we're going through the webinar, just send them in through the chat. We're going to get to all of them at the end. And we'll also have a cool like scenario role play type of thing at the end too. So we're talking about Vendasta's website offerings. They're all available through Marketplace. Marketplace is your single source of truth for all the products Vendasta offers. Marketplace is available to you right in Partner Center. So on the left-hand navigation under Marketplace Products is where you can go and sort of explore what we have. Today we're talking about this category right here, website. And of course, every product you decide to resell is an additional revenue stream for you. Now, this probably looks familiar to you. This is the local marketing stack. So when it comes to the clients that you work with, the local businesses, do their consumers know about them? Can they find them? Can they trust them? Do they like them? And what we're focusing on today is, will they convert? Now, like I mentioned earlier, these are all of our different marketplace products, and each of our offerings really falls into one of these categories: advertising, listings, reputation, social, website, SEO, and content and experience. We've really identified these as the crucial elements to every business's local marketing stack. And like I said, today's all about websites.
Okay, awesome. Well, I'll take over here. Like Amy said, I used to work at a web agency, so I know a lot about what you guys and your pains and your struggles or things you're kind of looking to do as a web agency out there. We sold websites to a lot of small local businesses, exactly like a lot of you do, I'm sure. So we'll start today just going over just a little bit about websites. So for people who maybe aren't aware, most people know what websites are, but kind of just a little bit more background and why they're so profitable and why you should be offering them. So consumers expect websites that are mobile friendly, fast, informative. It's important to help your clients build these types of websites that give instant access to their phone number, hours of operation, social media pages. This is exactly where consumers go to look for all this stuff, so you need to make sure that your clients have them. Websites are still a growing market, and some businesses, believe it or not, still don't have a website today, or even if they do, maybe they're not mobile friendly. So if we kind of look here, you can see just how big a deal websites and web hosting is for you guys. So this is just a chart of digital marketing spend. It's 2016, so a little outdated. We have new numbers that we can update this with, but still fairly similar. Basically, the point here is that web hosting and website design and maintenance are the top categories of digital service spend. So of all this, over 72% of this spend is strictly on websites. So you can see the numbers there. They're crazy, into the billions, 34 billion for just hosting, 26 for web design. We all know that websites are the pillar of the local marketing stack. And if you're not offering them, you're missing out. You can see how much money is actually up for grabs here. So that's why, like Amy was saying, Vendasta has the complete website offering. So whether you guys host or create or maintain websites for your clients, Marketplace has a wealth of website solutions for you guys. So we'll kind of go through that today. I'll focus on the three on the left that kind of gets you started, the different ways that you can actually start with a website with Vendasta. So the first one, I do product marketing here. Website Pro is one of the products that I work on. So this is our hosting solution. So if you're a web agency or if you have employees in-house who build WordPress sites for your clients, basically you should host them with Website Pro. So these are people like where I used to work, where we built WordPress websites for our clients, small businesses. You might use hosting solutions similar to ours, things like WP Engine, I'm sure you've heard of them, Bluehost, GoDaddy, etc. Website Pro is exactly like that. It's our very own managed WordPress hosting solution that we built in-house. Our solution comes with a variety of tools that will help save your in-house developers tons of time, whether you have people that build them for you in your agency or if you're the one building them. It makes it super easy to set up new sites. Plus Website Pro, of course, being part of Vendasta, we offer a bunch of awesome Vendasta type features to keep your clients engaged with their website. So the next thing is maybe you are a one-man or lady web development agency who's just short on time, or perhaps you are a marketing agency and you want to add websites as part of your offering. In either case, basically what it boils down to is that you want to sell websites to your clients, but you want to outsource the development work. So this is where you need website creation. This service will allow you to sell custom WordPress sites, exactly like the agency before that we were talking about, but without taking on the fulfillment work. So our marketing services team will build beautiful WordPress sites for your clients, and that means no developers or expertise are required on your part. So we have several offerings as well. You can get small one-page sites or big 10-page sites. There's lots of stuff in Marketplace that you can look through, but basically we'll do all the work for you. And of course, all of these sites will be hosted with Website Pro. So then lastly, another way you could provide a website with Vendasta is, let's say you're maybe somebody who's just starting out and you're looking to provide a simple website solution to your clients. Web Builder, Website Builder is also in the Marketplace, and this would probably be your best bet. So this solution is an easy drag and drop website builder that you can use yourself to build websites for your clients. So even if you have no experience building websites, you'll be able to use Website Builder to create simple sites that are easy to put together using the drag and drop kind of way. Or if you want, you could sell it to your clients as a DIY product that they can use themselves. So you'd be able to sell this to your creative clients who want to build their own site, but want it to be easy. So this is really good for SMBs that have more time than money. They really love this. And it's a great starting point for a lot of businesses who do not need the customization or functionality that WordPress has to offer. Because WordPress is one of the most popular CMSs out there, and a lot of you guys, I'm sure, have heard of it. It's super, super flexible. You can build the biggest, craziest custom site in the world, or you can do kind of a simple template site, but the backbone of it basically is very flexible and allows you to do a lot of custom stuff. There's plugins, there's different themes. So that's definitely something you'd want to use with a more, established business. If you have somebody who's short on time or money, then this builder might be for you. And we'll go through these scenarios later, but that's kind of an overview of those three.
Now, just like Megan mentioned, and we're talking about that website category today, this is everything that we have to offer you through Marketplace. These are resellable website apps and services. Marketplace does include wholesale prices. So those are prices to you, our partners, that you can then mark up pretty significantly to your end clients. And the significant markup really exists in the website space. Every product page includes a frequently asked question, which has a recommended retail price, so an idea of how much margin you can make for each product. Now, Megan did give an overview of each of the three starting points with websites. We're going to do a deep dive. First up is Website Pro.
Okay, so this is the product that I work on most often. So at Vendasta, we believe that website hosting should be effortless, dependable, while hosting sites are also fast, secure, and backed up automatically. And that's why we actually built Website Pro. We knew websites were one of the stickiest products agencies can offer. I'm sure if you guys have that, or even if you had a website yourself, you're far more likely to stick with somebody who's hosting your website and do other services with them, like your social media or reputation, because quite frankly, it's kind of a pain to leave. So just that alone, we know it is definitely one of the stickiest, reduces churn, and that's why we have it out there. It's a major foundational piece of the local marketing stack. So just again, to go over just Website Pro, so I just want to make it pretty clear and just go over what hosting is a little bit more so you guys get that for anyone who's not familiar with it. So Website Pro is managed WordPress hosting. So like I mentioned, this product is comparable to hosting services offered by places like WP Engine or Bluehost. Website Pro is built and optimized specifically for WordPress sites only. And that's because over 60% of CMS-based websites in the world use WordPress. It's definitely the most popular content management system used by web agencies and developers today. Again, like I said earlier, the best candidates for Website Pro will be agencies who already offer WordPress websites, or if you're an agency and you want to start offering WordPress websites. The key there is WordPress. WordPress is not something you would give to a local business and just expect them to figure out and use on their own. It's not DIY. It's something that you ideally would be building for your clients, or maybe something, again, that you would outsource and then provide them. So website pros is specifically hosting. So just a little definition there in case that doesn't mean anything to anybody, because a lot of times it doesn't. So website hosting refers to the web server, or like a big computer that stores lots of data files. So in order for any website to show up on the internet, it needs to be hosted somewhere, and the files on your website need to be uploaded to a server. And so hosting providers like us, or Website Pro, basically rent out these web servers and this space to end users or resellers like you, so that you can build websites for your clients and have the files hosted somewhere. So that is what Website Pro does in essence. Now, that's not all it does. I'm just going to flip to the next thing there. Frozen our end. Okay, so it's not all it does. It is a world-class hosting product, but with it, your clients will be able to host their sites with the most trusted source on the internet. We're backed by the Google Cloud platform, and that's where we run all of our hosting through. So we include features that a lot of hosting providers maybe charge extra for, but all for only $12 an account per month. You'll get lots of these things that you see on the screen here. There's automatic scaling, a free SSL certificate. The security certificates come with every site. There's unmetered page views and visitors, so you don't have to pay based on usage. Lots of great things there. And the Google Cloud platform is great for so many reasons. So not only will you be hosting your sites on the best servers in the world, but you'll be able to provide your clients with a faster, more secure site than the competitors. We have all the typical features you'd expect with a hosting provider. So, things like staging sites, malware scanning, SFTP access, daily backups. But it's more than just hosting, because of course it's part of the Vendasta platform. So with that, it's not just like if you're at a different kind of point solution place, maybe you're at WP Engine and all you're getting from them is strictly hosting. With us, you get so many advantages that come with our platform. You'll have single login, you have built-in reporting, you have access to dozens of complementary apps and services that Amy's going to go through later. So there's just a lot more to it than hosting. Like I said, I told you earlier that Website Pro will save your developers a ton of time. So I just wanted to show, there's two little things here that we have. This one was always with Website Pro, and the next one is something that we've been working on lately. But they're just super, super time savers and just nice to have. So this one is the best. This is my favorite. This is how you set up a site in Website Pro. It's so easy. Basically, all you do is you fill out the form. You'll literally put your business name, your domain there, and all you do is click next, and everything will get set up for you automatically. You'll see a short animation of your house getting set up. It's kind of fun. And then once it's done, you just get right into the Website Pro dashboard where you can enter into WordPress and start building your site. So all that time-consuming setup, I don't know if you've ever done this, but just, as the product marketer for this one, I do a lot of competitive research, and there's tons of YouTube videos on, how do I set up my hosting with, X, a different company. And I've watched, and some of them are like 11 minutes long, 12 minutes long, half an hour long. This is literally fill in, click a button, and everything gets set up for you automatically. So we're super happy about that, and that's a really good feature. And the next one, this is kind of a new thing. So this is our change highlighter. So when we have a backups page, most hosting providers do daily or nightly backups, which we do as well. But we went a step above, and on this one, we wanted to make it easier for our partners to figure out kind of what's changed since the last time they did a backup. So you'll see with this change highlighter, basically it highlights anything that's changed from the last time. So I'm sure you maybe have had clients who have gone in and made changes on their websites, or maybe you made changes on a website and you can't remember which version you want to back it up to. This screen is super helpful. It highlights exactly what's changed, and it makes it easier than ever to identify what was updated, added, or removed since your last backup. So there's so much more I could talk about with our hosting solution, but I want to take the whole time. So the last thing I wanted to mention is that right now, for anyone who wants to switch their hosting to Website Pro, we're offering to migrate your sites for free. So we know it's a pain to change, like we said, which is one of the nice things is websites being so sticky, but we know it's a pain to change your hosting providers. So that's why we're offering to do it for you. So if you're interested in this, please leave a note in the question box, and I will definitely reach out to you after the webinar and we can help you get started. So then I'll move on, and Amy, you can kind of get rolling on the other apps that we have.
Yeah, sounds good. So next up is Website Builder. Website Builder is just what it sounds like. It's an easy to use website creation platform with drag and drop functions and a variety of responsive templates. So there's 4 packages to choose from depending on what the needs of your clients are. This means when you go into Marketplace, there are 4 different product pages. Now, to start, the basic package allows you or the business owner to easily create a site with 5 pages. Hosting is included, and of course, all of the Website Builder offerings are responsive. It's just $7.99 per month, and that's your wholesale cost. So you pay the $8 USD per month, and you can mark that up to whatever you want for your clients. Now, for $14.99, the enhanced offering allows for a site with unlimited pages and a catalog of about 100 items. So this could be a list of products, services, menu items, and they'll all have images, titles, descriptions, pricing, and more. What differentiates the premium website builder from the basic and enhanced is the integrated blog. So by posting interesting, informative content, a business really creates the opportunity for readers to engage. Hello, leads. This monthly price is $16.99. And finally, this is the ultimate package. If you have clients who need a catalog of 500 items, a blog with up to 500 posts, extensive e-commerce capabilities, and an integrated Facebook page, the ultimate package is the one you should probably go with. The best part is that it's all this is available through a library of templates. And again, it's this really easy to use drag and drop functionality. So like Megan mentioned earlier, if you have a client, who doesn't have a very large budget and they have more time than money, is something we say here at Vendasta, Website Builder might be a good sort of route for them because of how easy it is and how cost effective it is. Now, we also have a service. So this is complete fulfillment on our end where you sell an offering to your client and we do all of the work. And I mean all of it. This is website creation and it's fully managed website services available to your clients. Now, there's 4 different offerings here available through our marketing services team. A 1-page landing page, a 3-page website, a 5-page website, and a 10-page website with e-commerce. Keep in mind,
one thing to notice too, just so you guys know, these will all be WordPress websites.
Yes, sorry, I forgot to mention that. They will most definitely be WordPress websites. Now, these websites are completely custom. So whether it's the 1-page or the 4-page, our marketing services team is working directly with your client, or we can go through you to figure out what is needed, what type of content, what kind of images. We do all of the heavy lifting here. So that landing page is $125, and that's a one-time fee. There is a management and maintenance fee. But for $125, you can upsell to at least about $200. Again, these are just suggested retail prices. You guys know your clients best and know where you could sort of do an upsell. But this would be a good offering for a client who has a small budget, who just wants the very minimal, and you just don't want to take that on. Even if you can, maybe you don't want to because it's not worth your time. This would be a great option. The 3-page site is $360, and that suggested retail is around $600. The 5-page site is $585, and that suggested is at about $800 or so. Finally, the advanced 10-page site with e-commerce, and that's what really makes it stand apart here, is just over $1,000. So $1,125 is your wholesale cost through Marketplace, and you could sell that for anywhere up to $1,500 or more. Now, there's lots of details around what's included in each of these, and you can find all of that information within Marketplace on the product page.
Right, and the $40 a month, the management and maintenance, part of that built in is your hosting fee as well, because you do need to host a website everywhere. You'll never get away from not paying a monthly fee for hosting some way or shape or form. So that's built into that $40 a month as well.
Thanks, Megan. I know I had the expert on the line for a reason. So the sort of process at a very high level for website creation, which is you getting our team to do all of the work and all the fulfillment on building a website for your client, is first you'll have a consultation call, and that will happen between 3 to 5 business days of you activating the product. After that consultation call, our web experts can really get a feel for what your client's looking for, and that first mock is delivered after 15 days. Then with feedback of what's good, what's bad, what to change, what to edit, the second mock can be delivered within 25 days. And finally, after that, the site is published in 25 days after that. So as you can see, doing quick math here, 5 days plus 15 plus 25 plus 25, that's what, maximum about 2 months to get all of this work sort of done when it's a really consultative, customized offering. So definitely a good option. Now, those three that we just went over, Megan went over Website Pro, I went over Website Creation, as well as Website Builder, are the basis of how you're going to start and build the website. Marketplace also has a lot of applications or add-ons that can be added onto a website. So these are great. Maybe you don't sell websites. Maybe that's not what you do as an agency. There are still upsell paths to what you can provide your clients. So first up, I'm going to talk about Website Chatbot. So this really connects businesses with mobile customers using two-way conversational text messaging, which really is the most desired method of communication. The traditional method of contact and phone calls just, isn't working. So with 78% of callers being on hold, so many not getting their issues resolved, this is a really great workaround for that. Oops, there we go. Now, the chatbot is really easy to install. You just take a simple copy and paste of the one line of HTML code, and then customers can receive and respond from the pocket of a busy business owner. If the client you're selling to has employees to manage customer interactions, even better. Multiple people can use the dashboard at once from a tablet or a computer. So that was that right there. And you can seamlessly transition. So if you're using the dashboard and you're messaging through back and forth, you can also start a phone call. So Chatbot, there's two offerings. There's a starter and a pro. They vary depending on the number of messages, between $30 and $60. So take a look at that product within our marketplace. It's called Website Chatbot. Now, next up, Visual Visitor. I really like this one. So let's be honest and think of yourself for a second. When you visit a website, no matter what you're looking for, it's likely you won't be taking the time to fill out a form with your information. It's been proven that only about 2% of visitors actually bother filling in any kind of form when they're on a website. So what Visual Visitor does is it works like a caller ID system for a website, using ISPs to identify potential customers among those who visit the site. So with this, your client can easily find qualified leads within just a few minutes of installation. Before you know it, their sales force will have more leads than they know what to do with. Now, this is a cool product that I really like because we see a lot of partners, a lot of you on the line, actually using it yourself. So one of the best ways to sell something is use it yourself so you know exactly how it works, and then you can resell it. So this is definitely one of those products that goes both ways. Use it yourself or sell it to your clients. So again, with this product, you can really determine who is visiting a website, what they might be interested in, the length of time they were searching the site, and even their contact information. This costs $35 a month. This is Visual Visitor. And it's really sort of like handing leads over on a silver platter. This product works best for B2B businesses because it can capture a lot more information on businesses who are visiting a website versus individuals, but it can still work well for individuals. Now, we're going to move on to 3 products that are brought to us by a very successful company called Agendize. Their first product is called Appointment Scheduling, and really it empowers your clients to let their customers book appointments online with real-time availabilities and automated reminders. So your clients can get up to 40% more bookings while reducing no-shows and saving hours per week, thanks to how convenient and intuitive the scheduling interface is. Now, it's simple, but it's a really valuable feature, and it's so easy to use. I can't remember the last time I called a business to book an appointment, unless it's a doctor or something that's pretty high up there and like a lot of personal information. Megan, wouldn't you agree? You'd love to just book everything online.
I know. And sometimes when you do find, like, especially for those like services that you're thinking of every day, you know, like haircuts, eyelash extensions, those are the best. That kind of stuff, you just expect to be able to book online. And when you can't, you almost just go back online and find someone that does book online because it's just easier.
I definitely do. I've definitely switched, the place where I got my nails done and my hair done and a few other places, even restaurants that I go to, if I can't do a lot of it online. So the widget here can be added to your client's website as a button on their Facebook page and as a link in their email signature. It could be a scannable QR code or even within an email campaign. So it's just, you may think, oh, it's just appointment scheduling, but the use cases really do vary. Now, depending on the nature of the appointment, the scheduling option can vary and it can have as much or as little information as needed. There's also a payment option available within this product. So that's really cool. So let's say it's, I don't know, a lawyer, and we do have a law firm using this. Maybe they require a deposit, which is something that is pretty prevalent in the professional services industry. So once the appointment is booked, your client can easily set up automated confirmation emails or reminder text messages. These can be customized for exact time, frequency, and message. Finally, once the appointment is complete, a follow-up email can go out, like a simple thank you, or a review request, or even booking in the next appointment. Think of how valuable that would be for maybe a dentist. Every time I go to the dentist, I haven't even left yet. I haven't even, put my jacket back on, and they're like, let's book your next appointment. And I do book it with them, but I don't know if that's going to work for me. I didn't really do it myself. I was kind of forced into it. It's 6 months away. I also, in my previous life, worked in the automotive industry, and part of what I was responsible for was following up and ensuring that people who book service appointments or sales appointments to come, look at the new Porsche, actually showed up and confirming those. That was a lot of man hours. I don't want to say were wasted. It ensured that people showed up, but it could have been automated. I don't really want someone calling me to confirm my hair appointment. I'd rather have them send me a text message. Yeah. So appointment scheduling is available through Agendize, like I said, and it's in Marketplace for only $15 a month. This is another product that, depending on the type of agency you have, we do see our partners using this too. So for the $15, you get a full customizable scheduling widget for websites, like I said, Facebook business pages, email campaigns, email signature buttons, QR codes. And there's also a very lightweight CRM that's included, which tracks the meaningful engagement history. So what is the scheduling history of this person? How many times have they come in the past year? And also, this is available in 8 languages. So I thought that was pretty cool. Next up from Agendize is live chat. It's exactly what it sounds like. It's a live chat widget that allows customers to connect with businesses while they're on their website. So we have this, we've seen this everywhere. I can't remember the last site that I went on that didn't have, a little pop-up in the corner that was like, have any questions? I think the Vendasta website has one. Yeah, we do. Now, it's really easy to use and everything is tracked and again stored within that light CRM, that customer profile. Live chat really does offer a seamless experience for both customers and business owners. The types of local businesses or SMBs that you have that I find live chat works really well with are ones where the sales process or that sort of closing at the end isn't super quick, where they require more interactions and more, just sort of hand-holding. So it's only $5 a month. If your existing clients already have websites, this is a really perfect add-on to provide them with. I don't know about you, and I guess I already said this, but I would much rather quickly type in a question online and pick up my phone.
Yeah, I think even our utility providers here in Saskatoon, like our energy and our telephone and water, I was looking for some sort of bill. I had some billing question and I was on their website and even they have live chat. What's your question? Can I help you? And then before I know it, it was something I needed to talk to them for. And so then they called me, but they kind of even weeded it out that way. So everyone seems to be using live chat.
Completely agree. And the last product from Agendize again, is Form Builder. So Form Builder allows your clients to create customized web forms in minutes. You can create the form in an easy drag and drop interface, preview it in real time, and save the form or continue working on it later. So this is somewhere, I mean, Vendasta uses these on our website. This is, again, a really great offering for clients that don't have a short sales cycle. So there needs to be a form, there needs to be more information. People like lawyers, again, professional services, something that just has a bit more complexity to it, really could use Form Builder. And I kind of just said that. So surveys, B2B forms, B2C forms, call to action forms, because it's so customizable, these can be used for a variety of reasons in a variety of ways. Again, it's just $5 a month. So again, if your client already has a website, whether you made it for them or not, or you host it for them or not, this is a great add-on. And what I really love is all of Agendize's products have that sort of lightweight CRM. They call them customer profiles. So you'll be able to see, who filled out a form. Maybe that person was, going through a live chat experience a couple of days before, and then they booked an appointment. So you can see that path that they really took. All right, that was a lot of talking. I'm almost out of breath. So Meg and I have just gone over all of the different website offerings through Marketplace. I want to quickly take you through this sample package that we have. This is a website creation package. So we all know that having a compelling website that's fast and helpful and works on any device is integral for any business. Now, we put together a sort of package, and it's just a recommendation for what you could sell to your clients. So a professional 5-page website is included in this. Auditing and modifying a website is so important to help SEO. You want a new page design to convert customers, and of course, that sort of caller ID we just talked about. So we have this priced at $9.99 a month, plus $7.49 a month ongoing, because there's that one-time sort of setup fee plus the monthly ongoing. So here's what that really breaks down to. Hopefully you've heard of what we like to call agency supplements. These are offerings that Vendasta has, like many of the products I just talked about, which you yourself as an agency can purchase. So everything I talked about, let's say you don't have a website, or you want a new website, or you're rebranding, or any of that. You can purchase this package that has website creation, which again is through WordPress.
Right, yeah, so that would be if you want to offer a website, but you don't want to build it, and then you get our team to build it for you.
Yeah, add appointment scheduling, which is just what it sounds like. Add visual visitor, which is that caller ID for websites. And then add some SEO products on there. If you want to buy it for yourself, there's a price right there. It's $5.85 one time, and then an ongoing $4.90 per month monthly fee. Now, if you want to sell this to your clients, that's the sort of price we recommend. About $1,000 one time and $7.49 per month ongoing. Keep in mind that $1,000 plus $7.49, this is an offering that's totally hands-off for you. So This is where our team does all the fulfillment.
Right.
So that was just one quick sample. Now, for those of you on the line, we want to know sort of how you sell websites. Do you offer them? Are you a web agency? Do you have in-house developers? Do you just sell fulfillment services? Send us questions in the chat about scenarios you have, or what Vendasta website offerings you should use. So, it could be you're talking to a new client and they have all these needs and you don't know exactly what to offer them. You can send that to Megan and I, and we'll get to those shortly. But first, we're going to go through some real life examples of if we had these clients come to us, which they don't come to us directly, of course, what we would sort of recommend. So first off is a dealership. Let's pretend they've got a large budget of about $10,000. Dealerships typically have larger budgets for marketing and advertising, and they want a customized website that shows their full inventory, so all of the cars you sort of have on their lot, and gives their customers the ability to book things like oil changes online. Megan, what would you recommend we provide this dealership?
Yeah, so again, you can pop. It totally depends, and this is what I kind of wanted to stress, because I think sometimes people think of and this might just be an internal thing that we always are educating Amy and I on, but they always think of it as like, which website solution should I offer, which one's best? And it totally depends on where you're at and what you have the capabilities to do and what you want to do. So for example, with this dealership one, if you're a web agency, and by web agency, we mean that you currently build websites for your clients. Maybe you build them just yourself, or maybe you have a team and you have 5 web developers and you guys push out a lot of websites in a month. If that's who you are, then in this scenario, you would basically just be building a WordPress website and you'd host them with Website Pro. And you could add any of these awesome apps Amy talked about. You could have appointment scheduling, live chat, so you can kind of talk and chit chat with people who are browsing the different cars on your site, and visual visitors, so you can kind of retarget and bring those people back. Now, if you didn't want to do the work, so maybe you are a web agency, but you just don't have time, you're just so jam-packed, you'd rather just outsource, or if you're a person who just wants to sell it and you go out there and you sell websites all day, but you don't make them at all, you would use web creation. You get our team to build the website or the WordPress website for you. And then you would just add appointment scheduling, live chat, and a bunch of any other of the apps that you see fit there that would do those things they're looking for. Main thing here that we just to highlight is that what you wouldn't do likely is you likely wouldn't build a dealership's website using Website Builder. That's something that's very simple. There's not a lot of customization there. There's restrictions. That's something that I don't think would be a good fit for a big organization or corporation if you're building a website for them.
That makes sense, Megan. Let's move on to the next example. So a fitness club. They have a medium budget, which is somewhere between $3,000 and $5,000, and they want a website that shows, why their club is better than the one down the street. So, what kind of equipment they have, what kind of classes they offer, information about their facility, just like kind of like an advertisement, but on a website with all the information about them. What would you say there?
Okay, so if we want to just pop it open, if you're a web agency, again, you're going to want to build this site just based on their budget. They're clearly looking for something a little bit more custom. You're going to want to build this on WordPress, and you hopefully want to host it on Website Pro. So that's what I would suggest there. Again, you can add lots of our cool apps that we have. The appointment scheduling would be awesome so that people can book classes, maybe custom forms. So if you're trying, I'm sure you guys have seen this lots. On gym websites, but there's always their little marketing tactic of get a 3-day free membership or a week free, fill in here, give us your email. And so that would be a perfect example to use the form builder. And then again, same thing. And if you had this client, but you just didn't have the time to build it yourself or didn't want to, but you still wanted to give them a custom and sell them on a custom WordPress website, you would just get our team to do it. You purchase website creation and get those apps added in. I think, again, here, what we want to point out is that with this kind of budget, you could maybe try Website Builder, but this, again, seems like an organization that wants custom stuff. With gyms especially, all websites, aesthetics are important, so you never want to have an ugly site, but they're definitely probably wanting to push the boundaries and look very attractive. It's very competitive, right? Gyms often really about which one you want to go to is which one looks nicer. Which one looks the nicest. Or the image is very important. So you need the designers definitely, I'm sure you guys all know, they need the flexibility to be able to make a custom website. So doing something in WordPress would be better because a drag and drop is probably a little too restrictive.
Totally. All right, so a mom and pop coffee shop, not mom and pop, sorry, I changed the scenario. It is a new local coffee shop run by a young couple. There you go. They've got a small budget, so under $1,000. And the purpose of their site is just to have a site, general awareness. So when someone looks them up, they show up. There's not there's not a bigger strategy there.
Right.
What do you say, Megan?
So here, again, if you're a web agency, this is something that seems really small. It's likely not worth your time, but maybe you still want to help them. So you could either just outsource it again to our team. That's an easy one. I'd get web creation here and I would let them do that themselves. Or even better is if they have even less money or are eager to do it themselves, you could offer Website Builder as a DIY. And you could help them with that too. You could build that into the price, but these guys would be a perfect candidate for Website Builder. The drag and drop would be fine for them for now, super cost effective. And then maybe when they kind of get a little bigger and need some customization, you could kind of move to something like WordPress.
Yeah, and just a reminder, so they have about $1,000 budget. Website Builder, the introductory offering, the 5-page site, which is more than what they would need here, it'd be just fine, is $7.99, $7.99 per month.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
With Website Builder for this particular scenario, there's a lot of room for margin.
Yeah, there's lots. So just kind of goes to show you could really do anything with any three of them. It totally depends on you guys, our partners and agencies, where you're at, what your skill level is, what you want to do, what you have time for, and that's what you're going to pick.
Awesome. So last example here. A local cleaning business. They have like a medium-sized budget, let's say $3,500, but they're a team of like 10 professional cleaners looking for commercial contracts. They want their website to attract leads. So they have a purpose. They're not just, you know, a cleaning lady or a housekeeper doing one-off things for people's homes. They want to work for businesses. What do you recommend, Megan?
Right. So again, this would be similar. They sound like someone, maybe website builder is a little too simple for them. They're pretty established. They're looking for commercial contracts. So they, again, likely need some customization and some ability to have different sorts of, I guess, you know, apps like live chat, visual visitor, market goo. They're going to want it on WordPress. Again, if you build it yourself, you build it on WordPress and use Website Pro to host it, or you get our team, Website Creation, to build it for you. The really cool thing here that Amy talked about that would be awesome for these guys, because they're B2B, is visual visitor. So anytime they have, you know, another business looking on their website, if they didn't fill in that form, they're going to get their information and know that they were there. So maybe they can reach out, do an email campaign, something like that. So yeah, I think the key to this one that you would be listening for is the visual visitor, but definitely obviously need a website to have that. So
yeah, the one thing I want to add here, I kind of snuck it in because these cleaners have a specific goal. They want their website to attract leads because they're looking for more commercial contracts. I'm going to put Market Goo in there. We didn't talk about that today. That's an SEO product that we have. It's a do-it-yourself SEO product. So because their budget isn't that high and isn't enough to sort of include a managed service SEO offering where someone does it for them. MarketGo is DIY, so it scans the website once you build it, of course, and says, "Hey, you want to, you know, make things a little better. You want to attract more leads. Change up this, this, and this." So it could be something that they do on an ongoing basis to make sure that excellent website you made for them initially continues to be as excellent.
Yeah, and again, too, you kind of alluded to it. We're just talking about the website suite today, but SEO is another suite of products that we have that complements great with websites, obviously. So in those packages, we kind of were keeping it pretty website focused, but you guys could have any of those SEO products in there as well.
I actually hosted a webinar last week on the full SEO suite. So you could go into our resource center and watch that or look at that deck. So we're going to go to questions now. Megan and I are just going to go on a quick hold for about 30 seconds to drink some water, take a deep breath, and review your questions before we answer. We will be right back. And we're back. There were a lot of questions and they were long, so we're just reading through a few of them. Megan, first up question for you.
So the question was from Kirk: does Website Pro include email, FTP access, Let's Encrypt, free SSL? So yes, and no. So we do not include email. Email is not something that we support and host. Email hosting is a whole nother beast, and we've decided to strictly focus on web hosting. So one thing we recommend, and it works well because I'm sure you guys saw on the Insider, we're bringing in the G Suite into Vendasta Marketplace. We recommend using the G Suite for email, and that's what we did. Also, we always recommended that as well at the agency I worked at, strictly because email hosting, like I said, is such a big thing to do on its own, and oftentimes the email support and hosting that we would get through the hosts that we were using, again, was never as good as G Suite. How do you compete with Google, really? But so that's not something we're offering now, and I don't think we plan to include email hosting. But we do have not just FTP access, but SFTP access. So that's far more secure, but we do have that. And yes, there are Let's Encrypt free SSL certificates that come with every single site, free, part of the $12 a month.
Awesome. And just quickly to touch on what Megan said about G Suite, it is coming. We are working on it, but there's no dates yet. So again, don't get everyone too excited. I will get so many emails. Okay, so here is a good question. Let me just get to it. Do agendize products, so that's appointment scheduling, live chat, and form builder. Do they work on WordPress sites only? Those questions from Farhan. No, they work on a variety of websites. As long as you have access to like the backend code, including with website builder, you do, they work. So there's very few that they don't work on. I think maybe one or two, but that's included in the product page. And I haven't come into any scenario quite yet, and Agendize has been in the marketplace for about a year now, where there's a site they don't work on. So they're very flexible. Another good question here from Stacy. As a Vendasta partner, is there a demo mode for the apps that you can walk through, before you sell them to your clients? We do have demo environments available for all of our products, and they're only accessible through your partner success manager, so they could show them to you. I'm currently working on ways to get you guys to be able to see it. Specifically, things like appointment scheduling. When you're on that product page, it'll say try demo. You can click on it. With Chatbot Starter, Chatbot Pro, website chatbots, in the product page again, you can click on the live demo. There's a sort of FAQ for it. So not all of them, we're working on that, but a great question. Megan, I'll let you take this one.
Sure. So this is from Anna. If I hire you to build a 5-page website, can I take over updates and add pages and functionality myself at a later date? Yeah, the websites are your guys's. They definitely belong to you. There is a management fee that with that, depending on the one you got, has certain amount of updates and stuff like that included. So maybe that would just be part of the fee that your client's paying every month, so you wouldn't even have to. But yes, you can totally go in the website at any point and do whatever you want. As far as I know, that is how it works. One from Mitch. Is professional copywriting included on all agency website packages? Amy?
Yes. So if you're using our website team, so you're outsourcing everything. We're doing all the work for you, all of the pictures, all the content. It's either provided by the client, so the SMB if they have it, or we write it. And it's absolutely, copyright infringement, like protected and all that, because it's original content.
So I have a question here. Can you transfer existing client stores to Website Pro for hosting? If so, what do we need to make that happen? So I'm not sure if I understand the question completely, but if you have a WordPress website, you can export it and import it into Website Pro. So if you have a WordPress site already, then yes, you can. And if you want to send me a little bit more info on that, if I didn't answer that for you properly, Tony, then do so and I can email you after the webinar.
So Mitch had a follow-up question about the website team creating the total offering around, what if the customer wants more words and I include in the package, extra pictures, all that sort of stuff. We are a completely flexible team. So there could be an extra cost to those things, but this would be on a consultative basis. So reach out to me if you have a specific use case here or a specific scenario, or your partner success manager. We can get you connected to the website creation team, and they could probably give you, a good idea of quotes for what things would cost, but it really depends on the vertical, the type of SMB, how much content they currently have. Are we totally making it ourselves? But literally anything's possible. Yeah. So we have a question about someone, this is Parham, you seem like you have some clients who are ready to sort of let us do all of the fulfillment. So let us do all the work and the upkeep and the hosting and the maintenance. If you know who your partner success manager is, they would be the person that you reach out to. I will personally follow up with you after this webinar as well, because we can get that started right away. It's mostly just you showing the intent, and then we can do everything else.
Can do that psychology one.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So this was kind of a tricky question. I'm not sure if I'm going to have a great answer for you, because it's kind of, like you said, a tricky situation. So this is from Jesse. It says, my main question is a sales psychology one. The situation I see is that there are many businesses with websites that aren't great, but they aren't bad enough to justify buying a new site. Many of them have just had a site built in the last couple of years who aren't old. They get mediocre scores on our snapshot report and mediocre on Market Goo. So the situation becomes, what do I sell them? What the customer seems to want is someone to fix the site, not create a new one. What do you recommend in this extremely common situation? totally feel you on that. If I had a dime for every time somebody came up to me and when I worked at that web agency and would bring in their website, they didn't want a new one, but they wanted it to be better. And sometimes, it's really hard. But a couple things you could maybe try, and this is just like on the sales side, is if you could try to show them, and especially like if you have like the market view and the snapshot report that isn't showing, like, there's a few things that aren't working. And if it's like site related, like I'm not really sure, I guess the scenarios are always different. But like, for example, I had people one time, they came in and they wanted me to do ads, but they had a Wix site. And the Wix site was totally, obviously not good SEO. It's very, like, they're pretty, I guess, limited on what you can do. He made it himself, and I kind of told him, and sometimes maybe you have to do this. I just said to him, I honestly don't want to take your money to do these ads because I don't think you're going to get the results you're thinking if you run ads, because people are going to come here and they're going to leave. No one's going to convert. So sometimes you just have to have those hard situations or conversations. I wonder if too, like maybe because there's these packages, because I know lots of the time where I was working, we didn't have the option to outsource for such a cheap cost. If you could even, maybe if for how little, and depending on the company, but for how little a 3-page WordPress website is, totally outsourced, maybe that's enough. That would be cheap enough to do that. So the outsourcing option could be something for you because you could at least start from scratch. I'm not sure if it's like a design thing when they want you to come fix it, or if just getting it to WordPress sometimes gives you the flexibility to do stuff. But yeah, like I said, there's no really good answer, but I would really lean on the outsourcing and the marketing services stuff you can do, if you can't kind of get them to change things. But always, if you could, try to just really, really show them like the value of the website and what, if it was proper, kind of like it could do for them.
Something interesting that I thought of is, what is the goal of this business? So business A, whatever, they're a coffee shop, their website isn't great, but it's not terrible either. They want you to fix it. What's the end goal of their website? Just general listings? Do they want more people to come in? Do they want, I don't know, all of their list of menus on there? Like, what is the purpose? So it's more of a strategic, high level conversation. Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's a tough one.
It is. It happens all the time. And honestly, like sometimes you just wanted to say to them, you just need a new website. Like, I don't know where to begin, kind of, because oftentimes, and maybe that is what I did a lot too. And again, didn't have the outsourcing option, but I'm sure you have an hourly rate. And so, maybe it's going to take you 10 hours, you're $100 an hour, and it's going to take you 10 hours just to clean up what they have and do some SEO optimization on their site and optimize their photos and add new pages or whatever you're going to do. And so maybe that's $1,000. Well, you can get them now with marketing services. I can't remember the price now. It's slipping my mind. But 3 pages only like 300 and some. So that's cost to you. So you could even say, you know what, I'll save you $300. We'll make you a whole new site for $700. Get this site. And the person might even think you built it. You don't even have to say you're outsourcing it, of course.
Of course,
so,
yeah.
Yeah.
There's a few people raising their hands on Migrating to Website Pro. So Megan will most definitely reach out to you after this session, which we're almost coming to an end. If there's any other questions for all of you still on the line that we haven't answered, they're either too specific or we will follow up with you directly. So thank you so much. My name is Amy, and super thanks to Megan, the website expert.
Don't know about that. But.
All right, thanks again, everyone. This webinar will be posted, as they all are, to our resource center within 24 hours. And for some of those questions we weren't able to get to, we'll follow up with you directly. Thank you, and have a great afternoon.
See you guys.